I just had some thoughts right now that I've been playing around at the Gate of Ananda. Like, I know what it is, I feel it, I feel that I can tune myself to it, I can have my creative thoughts help me to get there, but I want to step into it. Like I feel like I'm dancing around the gate of Ananda. I feel it, I know it. I can be there, but I cannot, but I want to step through. I want to dive in.
And no, I just asked, what shall we talk about? Is it a question? Is it a sharing? Is it a poetic invocation?
If you have insight in how to be there.
Where?
Ananda, in bliss.
To walk through the gates of...
Yes.
It's fairly simple. Nothing is required, is the answer. Ananda, if we are to speak of it in terms of what it represents, what it stands for, what it means, in a given culture where the term itself comes from, is a substratum. Sat-chit-ananda. Sat-chit-ananda is a substratum of all our experiences. All our experiences already take place in Sat-chit-ananda. And all our experiences are expression of Sat-chit-ananda. Everything that we conceive, everything that we perceive, everything that we comprehend, experience, understand, or don't, takes place in nowhere but in Sat-chit-ananda. And not only that, the experiences themselves take place in Sat-chit-ananda as Sat-chit-ananda. This is the understanding. Nobody walks through any portals. It's a nice fitting entrance to an article, an essay that I encourage you to write. I love the entrance. What did you say again? How you came up with your inquiry? Was it what? I'm standing at the gates of Ananda.
Dancing around.
No, yeah, but first you said I'm standing at the gates. Dancing is already standing at the gates. I love that metaphor. Stay with that. Put it on paper. Write it down. Okay? Forget about what you want to say. Just say what you feel like saying. Amuse yourself. But don't turn it into some kind of predicament there. There's no predicament. Nobody stands at any gates. You see, if I'm going to start deconstructing this, I will smack your hands at an opportunity of you expressing yourself. Why would I do that? I'm a fellow wayfarer here, lost in the beauty of this world. Why shall I do that? Why shall I correct your understanding? It's best you are being spun further, so that you are totally lost to everything you have ever known. And in that place of not knowing, everything begins to reveal itself for what it is, stripped of any meaning. Ananda is all there is. Horrifyingly so. And beatifically so. So no one stands therefore at any gates, but I love the metaphor. You hear me? I love when I start, yes. It's a nice start of the scene in a movie as well. Figure, solitary figure standing, some kind of gates, imaginary or built. And it's that moment before crossing. You don't get closer to Ananda by crossing. Don't get further away either. Never was the time when you were anywhere other than in that, what Ananda represents. Sat-chit-ananda. Being consciousness bliss. Being consciousness bliss. There's nothing else. These are the fundamental qualities of your own awareness. Being consciousness bliss. The incomprehensible, unfathomable, unreachable nature of being made tangible by a fact of consciousness rising on its own so as to rescue being from oblivion, and that brings tremendous sense of joy. Hence Sat-chit-ananda. Being consciousness bliss. Nothing comes, nothing goes anywhere here. Nothing ever came from anywhere, nor is it going anywhere. And so are you. Everything else is a speculation, words, an opportunity for whatever. Fine, what was it? Dancing now, right? Second act is dancing. I accept that. First standing, good. Now dancing. Dancing where? Where were you dancing?
Maya, busy thoughts, busy life.
Dancing, right?
And then I choose to go back, and then...
Fantastic, dancing. Dancing on the edge of your senses. Shakti dances. That power dances. That's all there is. Nobody goes anywhere, nobody comes back, nobody ever left. So don't turn Ananda into some kind of object of your pursuing some kind of, in the moment of clarity, truth can be anything. How it chooses to present itself. As I said, to simplify, it could be beatific and it could be terrifying. The rest is the matter of interpretation, political correctness, virtue signaling, and so on. Subject to moral standards, accepted criteria, and so forth, of behavior and code of conduct. But Ananda doesn't suffer any change, doesn't go anywhere. That bliss is all there is. amidst of pleasure and pain. So, fine, you want to know how to get there. I understand the practicality of the question. But I cannot miss an opportunity to poke at it with my creative endeavors from behind your shoulder, with my fantastic little one-pointed brush, to add that creative touch maybe to you, what you're trying to do here. But it only within your own power to bring that truth home, truly. Make it your own. So, yes, it's tempting to now we can go into different kind of bliss, right? Different kinds of ananda. And we can begin to speak about that. Of course we can. Yes, there are different degrees of bliss. Bliss pertinent to sensory perception. Bliss pertinent to these senses. The gross level of bliss. And all the gradations to the bliss which has nothing to do with the sensory perception. Subtle. And beyond that, beyond the bliss of mental quietude, mental repose, because that's also bliss. All the way, let's say, to Jagat-ananda, to the universal bliss. But that's not the point, because we run the danger immediately for the mind to lodge on something. No. You want to know about bliss? Nobody ever left bliss. And bliss never left you. That's the truth. And yes, it has quality. Yes, it's not just some kind of an abstract, intangible, it's very tangible. I speak in bliss now, and you hear me in bliss now. Maybe, just maybe, it is more evident for me in this moment than it is for you. But it remains, nevertheless, a fact that that bliss is the very, very fabric of a shared consciousness, awareness.